Happy Saturday, everybody. It is Old Guy, and it is your viewer requested dinner, as always. And for those of you that are my regular watchers, welcome. As you can see, as promised, the wheel is done. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Brandy and Eli are here.
Brandy, hello.
Janice.
Hi, Eli. Hi,
Joshua.
Janice. Joshua. Hi, everybody. Hi, Doug. Hi,
Char.
Jeez. Hi, Char. Hi, Doug. Boy, okay. Well, that was kind of I somehow expected the list just to keep going and going. You know, like the romper room lady. You know. Hi, so-and-so. Okay.
John's here.
Hi, John. Good evening. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So tonight, street tacos, and I'm gonna make them beef. We're gonna do some blackberry pico de gallo to go with them, and also don't know the official name, but the Mexican street corn. I'm gonna make some of that to go with the side. And as a bonus dessert tonight, and that's going to be jalapeno blueberry turnovers. So I'm going to be starting those pretty quick. So.
Eli said that he just got home from the river and he's in pain.
What did you do? What did you do, Eli?
It's an oh no day.
Did you have an oh? See, this little guy's on top of it. An oh no? Did you have an oh no, Eli? Hope
Ralph.
nothing serious.
Ralph is here.
Hi, Ralph. Good evening. Hi to your mom if she's watching too. Like I was saying, street tacos, homemade blackberry pico de gallo. Something a little different. The Mexican street corn to go with it. I don't have any of the official cheese, and I can't even really pronounce it. Haven't started anything yet, just been kind of talking about what we're doing, and as always, I really want to know what you guys are having for dinner. You know, we're having some street tacos. What are you guys doing? I always want to know. Yep.
John says spicy dessert sounds interesting.
Oh, I didn't want to wait. I made the blueberries, the blueberry filling yesterday, and it was so good. I didn't want to wait till today. It's going to be delicious.
Janice said that corn on the cob is elote. E-L-O-T-E.
Elote. Okay.
And corn in a bowl is squix. E-S-Q-U-I-T-T-S.
Yeah, well, yeah, my pronunciation of the Spanish language is
it's
not good.
mine ain't even good with the English language.
Yeah. Well said.
Eli said that he got his sunscreen and everything that wasn't covered by his muscle shirt is tomato red.
Dude.
Hashtag oh no.
Oh no. I'll tell you just a quick story. When I was stationed in Germany, me and some of my friends took a short leave. It was like a 5-day pass, more or less, and it wasn't too bad to hop a train and go to Italy. So that's what we did, and my buddy wanted to go check out the nudie beach, and he was drinking that Ozo, or I can't remember the name of that liquor, but he was drinking plenty of it. He started running around naked, and he passed out. I was drinking too, and I had wandered off elsewhere, and he laid on his back baking in the Mediterranean sun for like 4 or 5 hours. So Just be glad you're not him. Okay, well,
Joshua says he's having tomato soup bisque with cheese quesadillas.
oh, that sounds good. Tomato soup and cheese sandwich.
John's having fried chicken and mashed potatoes.
Fried chicken, taters. That sounds good.
Sergeant Dunn is here, and so is Lisa.
Hi, Sergeant. And Lisa, good evening, good evening. Yep, the old street tacos. And as promised, the wheel now that will choose what we're having the following week. Or actually, I want to get 2 weeks ahead. So tonight I'll be spinning twice. What I did here is all the regulars that have made requests, we put their names on here. I got 24 spots, and some I had to double, but I'm going to spin it twice tonight. 2 dishes will come up, that'll put on. I'll spin it again next week one time, and for the next, until I get 4 empty spots, I'm not going to add any more to it. Mrs. Old Guy, just so you know how we did this, we went through the book and everybody that regularly requests stuff. We put those names on first, and then we randomly went through and just, picked out different ideas from each person. So that's how we initially filled the board.
And it just about used up all of our requests.
It did. It used up. There's 24 on here, and I think we had like maybe 32. Almost all of them. So anyway, that's from now on. Instead of me telling you what I guessed, you'll see what I spun. Okay, maybe that's more fun and more fair. I don't know. So, but here later, I'll go ahead and give this the spin that I wanted to show you folks. I'll get it out of the way for right now. I got to start with the dessert. Well, actually, I got to get 2 things going here. Let's get the oven on to broil. I got some chilies here. These are just mild Anaheims. They're going to go into the pico. So, got to get them under that broiler and let's blister some skin. Ooh, didn't mean to go there, Eli. And I've got to get my dessert going. So, want to have time to make it and bake it. Have it cool a little bit. So I got some puff pastry that I made last night. And I'm just going to start by getting it rolled out into a thickness that'll work. It's a little too thick.
John says Dallas Cowboys versus Denver Broncos tonight.
So I haven't watched any football for almost 10 years. So it doesn't hold much interest with me anymore. But I hope one of the teams win. Thanks, Polly. Yep. Definitely hope one of the team wins. All right. It's going to take me just a minute to get this rolled out. Got to play with it some.
Eli said one cool thing he got to see was a stampede of like 50 horses close up, which was pretty cool.
50 what?
Horses.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that does sound cool. The last time Mrs. Old Guy and I went to South Dakota, there were a few buffalo.
Yep.
that, would wander through camp. They usually didn't, bother anything. They eat a little grass and wander on, but every now and then you'd hear of a story. Not while we were there, but I've heard of stories of people, oh, look at the buffalo, try to get a picture. They have, we didn't realize they had feral burros up there. Hundreds of them. I had no idea. Burros that would escape the pack train or whatever. You come up to your car looking for carrots and whatnot.
Can you hand me a paper towel?
A paper towel for Mrs. Oldman.
Come here, Joey.
Joey's. If anybody's ever seen Turner and Booch, and there's that scene where he's got the drool hanging down both sides of his jaw. That's my chumley. Okay.
Okay, Chum.
Alright.
Okay,
This is gonna get pretty good size before it's done. It'll take a minute to stretch it out. So I want to kind of get it over with now. Never comes out perfect, but I don't care if the shape is perfect.
It's always good.
It always tastes good.
Joshua says Turner and Booch is an awesome movie.
Yeah, it is. I like that movie a lot.
Eli says for a while they were paying people to catch wild horses and keep them because there were way too many and were thinking of killing them all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's kind of sad also.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, a little bit more. That's the fun part about doing it yourself. By stretching it out, making it real big, I can just get more turnovers out of it, as if I need it. Almost there. That feels pretty good. Grab the old pizza cutter. Oh. I don't know. It's probably in the garage. That's okay. I got a metal yardstick that I'd like to use, but this blade will make a fine marker. I just want to get some semi-even squares out of it, if it's at all possible. Most of the time, it doesn't work out that way. Most of the time, I end up with some really weird looking like octagons and rectangles and even triangles, which is what I'm looking for, but not to start with. Okay, so this is going to make some pretty big ones. This is old guy. Oh yeah, these are going to be good. Uh-oh. Maybe I better turn these. Looking good. All right. Let them finish doing their thing. Cookie sheet. Little the parchment paper. Do you have your papers? Yes, I do. They're in this box. Okay. When I do these, I'll make, obviously more than we're going to eat tonight. I'll just freeze them, just like any other frozen pastry that you get, except for what's in it. Okay. Spoon. Nope. Table's in the way.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I feathered my numbers. Anybody else?
Here?
Sorry? Who?
Scott's here.
Hey, Scott.
Hopes everybody's doing good.
I'm doing great. This old guy seems to be doing well.
Yep.
All right. If you could smell this filling, it's amazing. You can smell, the first thing you get is the blueberries, and then right in with that, you start smelling the jalapeno right away. It's got a little bit of kick to it, but not enough that it changes it from a dessert into a spicy dish. Just a little bit of heat. All right. Just about got that first one. Okay. That looks nice. It should work. Get a few more of these made. It's part of the jungle. It's time to cook. It's time to cook. All right. Water here. Very nice. Okay. Before they go into the oven, this is old guy and I's dessert. Yummy. I'll go in here in a few minutes. Wait till these chilies are done roasting. I'm roasting.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably
It's hot.
it's probably 110 in here. Okay. These are going to make some big turnovers. Usually I like to make them a little smaller, but that's okay. They turn out how they turn out. They'll taste good.
Yep.
To be honest, I've never had that the Mexican street corn, so I am interested to, just to see how I like it. I'm not much of one for getting fancy with my corn. Butter and a little salt's good for me.
Yep.
So. But I'm willing to go out on a branch or a limb, a branch. What he says, I'm going to go out on a branch for you.
Make sure that was sealed.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just said, did you make sure that was sealed? Because I seen a little spot that might not have been.
Sealed? All right. I'm going to try and use all this filling if possible. This was really simple as far as the filling goes. I had, I think, 2 cups of blueberries. I added a 2/3 of a cup of sugar, about a teaspoon of lemon juice, pinch of cinnamon, and then I let that reduce. A little bit of water. I let it reduce down to it was almost done. Put in just a tad bit more water. Added the diced up jalapeno.
New food order. I am here now, Mr. Guy.
Greetings, NFO. Sup? Getting some dessert going. Blueberry, jalapeno turnovers. My puff pastry doesn't turn out too bad most of the time, so I'm expecting to see these look real nice and flaky when they come out of the oven. All right. Got enough for maybe one more. The rest of these I'll just wrap up and freeze. They freeze pretty well. Actually, I might get 2.
How's your chili?
Say what?
How's your chili?
Thank you, Mrs. Old Guy. Maybe I better look.
Maybe. Smelling good.
I definitely don't want to. Don't want to cook them too hard here. Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
They look good.
Eli said blueberry jalapeno sounds like an amazing combo.
I was surprised how good it was, actually.
Scott says a little hot to cook outside, it sounds like.
Well, it's not too hot to cook outside, but it was nice all day, and then it started clouding up a little while ago. And around here, it don't take much, especially with the mountains. The clouds just seem to kind of stack up, and it can get cloudy and rain in a hurry. So I wanted to do it outside, but I guess just not today.
Ralph says, as a fellow beardy, I must ask if you get food stuck in your beard also. I just tuck mine under my shirt before eating.
Well, my beard isn't that long, so I can't tuck it. I guess I just have to, it depends on what it is, but usually I'm pretty quick with a napkin or something to wipe my beard or mustache. Mrs. Old Guy is good at letting me know, hey, you got something there.
Eli said the only thing he cooked outside today was himself.
Oh no! Okay.
New food order says, I like your Colombian brand fashion shirt, Mr. Guy.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Scott says there's a place really close to where he lives that sells Mexican street corn, and he's been meaning to try it. Looks good.
Yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times. Videos and whatnot. But I have yet to try it myself, so tonight will be a first. Gotta get these wrapped up here. And flour, just so they don't stick together. That's not a lot of fun. The chilies, goods, 8, 4, 24. Chilies are out, so as soon as the oven is a little bit hotter, which is what I need, a 425 degree oven on a day that's almost 100 outside. Yeah, whose bright idea was it to make turnovers? Mrs. Old Guy.
Yeah, Mr. Old Guy.
All right. Let's get this wrapped up and out of the way. One step closer to some food. Bag in a bag. I guess a wrap in a bag. Come on. Open up your darn thing. Forward. Get these out of the way. This is old guy. Can I trouble you to put these in the big freezer? Can you get out through there? Thank you. Yep. Okay. Moving right along, guys. It's one of those things where that's part of the reason why I don't normally do desserts on the stream. Just because they can take a little while. All right, but I figured, hey, 2 hours, I've got the time, right? Okay. So let's bring over the stuff that we're gonna need for the pico. There's a local farmers market down in the little town by us, Paonia, Colorado, and we've already eaten a few of them, but this nice lady had these organic blackberries, so I bought a few for tonight. So I figured that'd be good. Make something a little different. So I'm going to get started by slicing up a little bit of onion. Some of it's going to be for the pico, some of it's going to be for the beef when I get it going. Get this rubbery outside.
Ralph says it's winter there at the moment, but in the summer they have to make a mad dash when heading out to sea, as the beaches are black sand.
Oh yeah, I bet they really get hot. Yeah.
Eli's having an Italian sub with some tapatito Doritos.
Nice. I love Italian subs. In fact, I even did a video. I really love Italian subs. You bet. 99% of the time when we go to a sandwich shop like Subway or Quiznos or Which or whatever, little big, what is it? John's? Debbie?
Jimmy John's.
Yeah, Jimmy John's. They've got one with some Italian meats on it. That's what I'm going to get. Get this onion sliced up.
Janice told Ralph that it must get super hot. The nicest place that she's been is Cancun, where the beaches are made of shells and diatoms. The sand is only warm because the air circulates through it.
Wow. years ago, some friends of mine, when they got married, they went to Mexico, and in the middle of August or July, and they said that it was so hot on the beach during the day that they just stayed in the hotel and they waited till like 10 or 11 o'clock at night before they ventured out onto the surf. All right, some onions in there.
Lisa says, I'm back, but I think she says I made a ballerina chip cake today.
Cake?
Yes.
Ah.
A ballerina, B-A-L-I-N-A, chip
Well,
cake.
Oh, I'll have to look that up, see what kind of cake that is. It sounds interesting.
Yep.
Whatever. Whatever it is.
Eli wants to know, does Colorado still have a Blimpies? I haven't seen one in years.
Blimpies? I don't think so. I think they are totally gone. Well, I don't know about back east. There might be some Blimpies back there. It was another sub shop for those of you that do not know. Let's get these tomatoes cut up. Am I missing something, Mrs. Old Guy?
Nope.
All right. She's keeping me in check here.
Trying to. Kind of hard sometimes.
It is. Raving lunatic. Get these sliced and diced. That one didn't slice like I wanted it to. It's all good. Okay. This gonna be good, Miss Old Guy.
Yes, it will.
All right. Let's put these in the bowl. I guess we're gonna add some jalapeno.
Eli says, where's Chumley the Wonder Dog?
He is crashed out.
Yep, he's sleeping.
When it gets really hot like this, they don't do much more than that. We took them for their walk this morning before it started getting too warm.
Yep.
And they've been pretty much just staying inside all day,
Yep.
sleeping. It's the dog days of summer.
Brandy says she hasn't seen Blimpies here in eastern Tennessee around for years either.
Yeah. That's too bad. They had good sandwiches.
Phonetic card and coin gurus here.
One more time.
Phonetic card and coin guru.
Guru. You don't mind if I call you Guru for short, do you? Welcome, Old Guy's Kitchen. As every Saturday night, I do viewer requested dinners, or at least my interpretation of that. And tonight is tacos, so I decided I'm going to do street tacos with a blackberry pico and some Mexican street corn, which I can't pronounce. At least not properly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I'm going to peel.
That jelly sandwich you reviewed a while ago looked really amazing.
Oh yeah, the one from Frank's.
That was good.
They make really good sandwiches. They make, of course, any good deli does. They make their own bread, and that black or dark Bavarian bread, man, it is something. It's got me wondering, and I'm probably going to want to make some now. It's a couple of 2 or 3 times now that we've had it. So get some more of these.
Fanatic Kurt said that Guru is his name. LOL.
Oh well, awesome.
Brandy says, "Yum, blackberry. Anything is fine by us."
Man. I guess I'm going to add one more tomato.
Scott wants to know, do we have a Jersey Mike's
Jersey Mike's.
here in Colorado?
I'm not 100% sure. I think there is a Jersey Mike's in Colorado, or maybe even a few locations, but they're located in the Denver side of the state, the Front Range as it's known. I'm on the western slope, and really they don't have, there's a lot of different stuff that they don't have here that they do in other parts of the state, like Firehouse subs. They've got those over there. They got In-N-Out Burger. They got, all kinds of ones that they just don't have over here. I guess they don't see the market to open a location on this side.
Jared's here. He's having fish tacos.
Hey, Jared. Fish tacos.
Brad, I'd love to try it.
Oh, man. It was amazing. A little cilantro.
Fanatic Card said that he just shared you out to his community page.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. And like I said, this is a viewer requested live stream. So if there's something that you would like to see me make for Mrs. Old Guy and I's dinner, within reason, I can't go out and spend $1,000 on caviar or something. But Mrs. Old Guy always has a pencil and paper handy to write down any and all suggestions, and we do use them. They get written down, and from now on they're going to be chosen just like that. So, all right, got my onions in there. How about a little garlic?
Eli says from the chain places, Jimmy John's has a really good bread.
They do. Have you ever tried Which? Do they have them out there? Which?
Yeah.
They have really good bread too. A little bit of garlic. These berries, I don't want to cut them up too much. I think I'm just going to chop them in half. They'll probably break down enough as it is once I stir it up.
Randy says that they don't have any real delis in their city, sadly.
Yeah, well, there's no real delis around us either. We got to drive over the mountain to get to one. And it's not even really a deli in classic sense. When you walk in, you see all kinds of cheese and meats and so forth. It's different than that, but they do have good food. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see those. There's those blackberries.
Scott says he prefers Jersey Mike's over Jimmy John's, but they're both really good.
Yeah, they're both, like I said, I can't say about Jersey Mike's, but I am okay with Jimmy John's.
Eli
Subway.
says, what's which?
What is which? It's another shop, Subway shop or sub shop, just like the other ones, Subway or whatever. They got a little different system of doing things. The bread is a little different. It's a little crustier bread. It's a little crisper on the outside. It's not soft and chewy like Subway bread. So it's like the difference between a hoagie and a sub. Hoagies have a harder, crustier bread. So, anyway, that's kind of what I know. Hope that answered your question.
Scott said the sandwich he had at Frank's Deli looked amazing.
It was. It was delicious.
Eli says, I wish I could have Jersey Mike's ingredients with Jimmy John's bread.
Yeah. You know, I kind of did that with a Wendy's and a McDonald's. They've since changed their buns, but for a while, Wendy's had these really kind of crappy hamburger buns that I didn't like, but I liked their patties okay. And McDonald's had a decent bun, but I'm not real fond of their burgers, so I did a swap. And it was as good as a fast food burger is going to get, I reckon. Oh, where's my thing? Alright, a little lime juice in there.
Janice kind of went over with what Eli which was that you check off what you want and it's on the sandwich wrapper and such.
Oh. You must have them out there, Janice.
Randy says, yes, red wine vinegar.
Yep.
Go outside?
Something a little different. Alright. Get these chilies peeled. Ooh, that's a hot chili.
There you go. Come on. Over here.
Hatch chilies are very popular.
Go outside.
But I usually don't use them. I found that, you know, the hot ones are okay, they're hot, but when it comes to the mild ones, the mildness isn't consistent. One year they're pretty mild, and other years they're pretty hot for freaking mild. So that's usually why I stick with Anaheim's when I'm doing stuff like this.
Ralph said that he watched your latest sandwich review. From the video, it looks like they charge by the pound there rather than a set price.
Well, if you want to buy the meat by the pound, yes. But the sandwiches are a set price. You get, you know, X amount, you know, of meat on each sandwich and whatever. So
Janice said they have a few witches out there.
nice. Yeah. Luckily, they've got one here in Grand Junction, Colorado, which is about a 95-mile drive or so. At least it's, you know, better than having to drive 250.
New food order says I would like Mr. Guy to make kasha, Kasha, or Bellini.
This is the old guy. We'll ready the chili's done. Nice. All right. I'm just gonna clear my cutting board real fast. Quick rinse. Okay. Get these chilies diced up.
Scott wants to know what kind of meat you're using in the tacos.
I'm using freshly ground chuck steak. I've got my grinder with the large hole bit, so it's going to make it kind of like a steak grind, you know, like you'd find for like, I don't know, chili maybe.
Eli says, have you and Mrs. Old Guy ever had shashuka?
Don't believe I have.
Don't sound familiar.
No, it sure doesn't.
Yeah,
Does
says
not.
that sounds really good.
All right. Couple more things out of the way here. It's just easier that way.
Fanatic Card says that's a good meat.
Say what?
Fanatic Card said that's good meat.
It is. This old guy and I like to use it for like a little bit of salt.
Eli says it's Mediterranean eggs poached in a tomato sauce. It's really good.
Huh. Sounds different.
Yeah.
Sounds different. I might give that a try.
I might. I'm not a very big egg person.
Yeah. About the only thing Mrs. Old Guy likes egg is Eggs Benedict. She likes that okay. Okay. All right.
Janice says Bellini would be a good dish for OG to try.
Well, get it written down.
Yeah. Scott says, have you ever had Barreras tacos, also known as Place of Hero tacos? You dip them in this beef soup.
I have seen them, but I've never tried them. I'll give you guys a look at the salsa here. Can you see that? Or the pico? Can you see that, Mrs. Old Guy? There's big pieces of blackberry in there.
Yeah.
That's going to be really good on those tacos. You want to try a bite?
Chris, sure. Another time.
All right, Chris. How are you, sir? Have you finished your afterburn?
Says he can only hang here for a few.
This old guy is
Just
trying.
trying to give you some support.
Well, thank you, brother. This old guy tried her bite of the blackberry pico. And
Yum.
I got a yum. Yeah! I got a yum out of Mrs. Old Guy.
And
What more could I ask?
It's different, but it's delicious.
Good deal. Now I got to try it with a little bit of blackberry too. Mm. Absolutely capital.
It is good. Kind of like mango salsa or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's got a really nice flavor. Really nice. All right. I'm gonna dice up a little bit of this onion for the meat. I didn't hear it beep at me. I can put these in now. All right. I'll start with 12 minutes and see where I can go from there. Is there anything about baking at an elevation?
So the Bellini, B-L-I-N-I, is like pancakes or crepes.
Yeah. Okay. And you fill them with whatever. Right? Kind of like a crepe.
Eli says that he makes really good pineapple salsa. This is a crowd pleaser.
Oh yeah, pineapple salsa sounds great. I've not made pineapple. I've made strawberry, mango, peach.
Yeah.
Yep. This blackberry. I keep calling it salsa. It's not salsa. A little cilantro ready for the corn. Push the hate if you want, but I'm gonna do a little bit of 5-minute rice to do a little bit of like the Spanish rice. I know it's gonna be kind of a farce, but just another little added something for the dinner. A little bit of starch. Okay, those veg are good for right now. Just set that up here, out of my way. That can go there. Let's start messing with this here chuck. Hi, Chuck. Why do they call them chuck steaks? What's wrong with Bob steak? Mark steak. Ha!
Ralph's good at coming up with these names that's hard to pronounce. Let's get you some Poropito for you to try sometime. You can get it as a packaged seasoning.
Is that legal? That sounds like something you might have to see a doctor for. Alright, let's get rid of some of the fat.
Brandy says this dinner's going to be great. I have to run off early. We'll be well, everyone, and see you next time.
Brandy, thank you for coming in tonight. I'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. As I wave a knife, that wasn't polite. Alright. Get these cut into manageable sized pieces.
Lisa says, how about some baked cinnamon chicken?
Cinnamon chicken? Never heard of that. I bet it would be good. Write it down, Mr. Old. Got my flat bottom bowl. Works great for things like this. Some folks call them a dog dish. I call them a flat bottom bowl.
Awesome. Ralph says I did a perfect pronunciation the first time.
Well, what do you
Yay
know?
me.
Mrs. Old Guy, you win a cookie.
Yay.
Actually, you win some
Thank you,
blackberry dessert or blueberry. All right. Get this ground up. Yeehaw! I do like the KitchenAid stuff.
Eli told Ralph that he had Poropito once, and antibiotics cleared it right up. Scott says, LOL, I was just going to say your flat bottom bowl looks like my dog's bowl.
They do come in handy for other usages. Works to get this thing rocking in some rotted. Bang. I don't like leaving that put together for too long after I grind meat through it. Can look kind of gruesome after a few hours. Okay. One more wipe down on the table. And we'll move on.
Janice told Eli the funny thing is that Poropito is often used as medicine according to the wiki article.
What is it? Poropito?
Poropito.
Yeah, but what is it?
I don't know.
Is it a plant? Is it a soup?
So he just popped up with that. Poropito is a shrub with hot, spicy leaves.
Okay.
Wiki says that even sheep and goats will eat it.
Dang.
I don't know if I'd want it then.
So I'm not going to cook this corn in the husk and all that. I'm going to toss it in some water, and I'm going to bowl. All right. All right. Bang. Do me a favor, folks, while you are here, just hit that little like button down below if you have not already. I would appreciate it. I am going to add just a little bit of sugar to this, help balance it out a little bit. Wouldn't think more than a teaspoon. Just a little. Oh, I'm not looking to make it sweet and sour.
Ralph said one leaf will clear a cold away. Got some growing in the bush near here.
Nice. Yeah, I don't believe they have any of those here.
Jana said in the southern states it would be more like Valia.
Be more like what?
Valia?
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 Okay. See? Something new every day. Well, not every day.
Eli says, boiled is how the corn man in the carts cook, so you are right on the money.
Well, at least I've done something right here.
J Mark's here.
J Mark, how's it going, brother? I am comfortably making some street tacos and a little bit of street corn on the cob. Getting some rice going. I am cheating a little bit on the rice, gotta admit. But, you know, hey, that's just a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Hey, it sounded good, didn't it?
Scott wants to know how many tacos do you normally eat?
Normally 3. If they're street tacos, maybe 4. 3 or 4. I don't think that was quite my cup. A little bit more. Add an ounce. All right. A little bit of garlic salt in there. Chili powder. Touch of cayenne. I don't mind that rice being a little bit spicy. A little bit spicy. Come on. And a little bit of paprika. I like to say it. Okay. Bring that up to that bowl. And then we'll 2 minutes left on them there turnovers. How they look? They look good, but I think they're going to need more than 2 more minutes. I will check. Doesn't take long from, lightly brown to burnt.
We don't want burnt.
No, I've done that plenty enough times. Plenty enough times. So next week, tell you what, Miss Old Guy, since we got a decent crowd, let's go ahead and get the next 2 weeks done here, shall we? What is that? Uh-oh. My table's falling apart. Okay. So for the first spin, official spin, on the new Wheel of Food. That was a good spin. What have we got? Quiche. And that's one that John. So that'll be next week. Gonna do some quiche. Okay. I'm gonna spin one more time so we can get that week ahead like I like to be. Good spin. Risotto. Brandy. Now risotto, that's whoop. Risotto isn't necessarily a meal, it's a side, so I'm going to use that as a side on whatever I spin now. Except for if it's the same one. Oh, perfect. Veal Parmesan. And that was Uncle Les at Crazy Dad Show. So, perfect. So there's the next 2 weeks. Next week is what, Mrs. Old Guy?
Quiche.
Quiche. And then the week after that, let's see how we're doing. We're good, but still.
Eli says, is Coors popular in Colorado?
Is what?
Coors.
Coors? Oh, yeah. No.
Janet or Ralph said he was going to look up that yet one, whatever it was.
Okay.
And Janet says, no need. Southern states really like boiled peanuts, but they pronounce it more like ball peanuts. So they would ball it instead of roasting it for something like corn.
Yeah, you boil them. I've never had boiled peanuts. I'd like to. I've seen them again on videos a lot, but I've never actually. I've only had them roasted. I'd like to try some boiled peanuts. I bet they're good.
Eli says Bill Firm and risotto is perfect.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Joshua says awesome, love it.
Yep. And the thing about risotto is you can go anywhere you want with the flavor. I'm gonna give it one more minute yet because I can. Let's get out something to cast iron, I reckon. Get this meat cooking here before too long. Another 49 seconds or so to get this out of the way. As a matter of fact, this old guy, I got to go back through here now. Let's see. The veal parm can come off. What else?
Risotto.
Risotto. Who was that?
Brandy.
Oh, there's the quiche. Brandy. Twice. Brandy right there. Risotto. Okay. So next week when I spin, that'll free up 4 spots, and like I said earlier, when I get 4 spots available, that's when I pull from the big sheet, which really now is pretty much empty.
Ralph says he's never heard of boiled nuts before. I love roasted salted peanuts or just plain cashews. Janice said that Hawaiians also like boiled peanuts for some reason. He can't figure it out. He goes, he's had them quite often.
Okay, there's them turnovers. Whoop! I don't want to dump them on the floor. Here they are. Later I'll make a little drizzle to go on them.
Crazy Dad's here.
Hey Tim. Good evening, man.
Sounds like it's all of them, maybe.
Say what?
Maybe it sounds like they're all there, maybe.
Ah, awesome. Well, Uncle Les just came up in 2 weeks. Veal Parmesan. So, I'm not going to cry over having to make some veal Parmesan. I love veal. It's just a good excuse to get some.
Eli says in Mexico and parts of the South, in the U.S., they like to put some peanuts in their Coke.
Yes, I've seen that. And a question, do they use salted peanuts or do they use boiled peanuts when they put them in their Coke? I'm curious because I want to try that. I've heard about it. I mean, get a little Coke in your mouth and chew up a peanut. But, it's not like some big fancy French meal or something, but you know, definitely a regional thing that I'd like to give a try.
Janice says boiled peanuts are salty because of the liquid they are boiled in, but the nuts are much softer.
Yeah, I bet they are. That's why I'm wondering more of a consistency, kind of like like a pinto bean or something when they're cooked. I don't know. I've never had them. I want to. There ain't no place around here to get that.
Kmart says mangia, mangia, mangia. And Eli says usually unsalted.
Okay, we'll add a little bit of hotel. Unsalted.
Yep. Crazy Dad says awesome. He loves the new spinning wheel concept for the show.
Well, thank you. Yeah. It's nothing too fancy, but funny when I bought a dry erase board for it, and we picked up a package of the colored dry erase markers to go with it, and somehow they didn't make it from the basket through the scanner and into our bag. And I wasn't going to go back the 40 miles to get it. So next time I'm there, might start using some color on it. For now, we're just going to settle for that. So these tortillas that I got for these tacos, they're new to me. I usually try I get like the Mission tortillas or whatever, unless I make them myself. These are the La Banderita brand is the brand, but they are supposed to have 0 grams of carbs, which is a good thing. I could do without a few carbs. And I am so freaking hot. Oh man.
Janet says peanuts and Coke is always roasted. The reason is that they used to sell bags of roasted nuts near the register at the feed stores and such. And then she says continue because she's in there.
Okay, so roasted, not boiled. Okay, well, that'd be a lot easier because we can get roasted here all day long.
She said so the workers usually had dirty hands and just poured the bag of nuts straight into the bottle of Coke and drank the whole thing.
Yeah, but okay, that makes sense. This old guy and I are going to have a little bit of IBC black cherry. Took me a while to figure out what IBC meant, but I think it means I've been chilled. No? If that's not what it means, let me know.
ABC sodas are really good, Jenna says. Ralph says the phone is at 5% because he's on his phone tonight. So it might cut out, but I'll still be watching on the TV just without chat.
Gotcha.
Natalie's here.
Hi, Natalie. Good evening. We're just cracking up a nice cold bottle of black cherry IBC soda.
Yum.
It is really hot here today. It's been hot all day. Finally starting to, cloud up a little bit outside, so maybe I'll get lucky and we'll see some rain. I wanted to do this outside this week, but whenever there's clouds start gathering, I'm not going to chance it. Just I've seen it rain here. It was last summer. We were setting up to do an outside stream, and it said 1% chance of rain, and it rained. So you can't go by any kind of weather forecast, or at least I don't. If it's cloudy, I don't bring it out.
Eli says, what about a wheel challenge video like Colt Moo does where you let the wheel choose your ingredients for you?
No.
Natalie wants to know what's on the menu tonight.
Tonight is street tacos, beef street tacos. I just ground up the chuck for those. with a blackberry pico de gallo that I made right here, and some Mexican street corn. That's got that boiling up right now, and some little bit of like funky, just put together rice. That's probably not going to be all that great. Just being honest. And that's what's on the menu. Oh, and some blueberry jalapeno turnovers. Also.
Scott wants to know, is it humid here?
Not really. Colorado's a pretty dry state, so it's semi-arid, especially on the western side of the state. It's a lot drier.
Jenna says, old guy, you should have bought a lottery ticket on that day it rained.
Yeah, no kidding.
Natalie says, sounds good.
What are you having, Natalie? I heard from you, and you too, J. Mark, if you're still here, and Tim and you guys. What's on your menu tonight? Old guy wants to know. Oh, that's good. That's got a really nice flavor. I like it. Pardon me. I'm going to give this corn a chance to do its thing a little bit. I'm in no particular rush, really. I'm pretty well caught up on stuff. We can do a little Q&A if y'all want. You ask me and I'll tell you. You might not like what I tell you.
Natalie says she's not sure yet. She just got home from work making pizza.
There you go. Toss you a little Totino's on into the oven there. Sprinkle you a little garlic salt, a little white pepper. No? I used to do that all the time. Back in my 20s. Those little cheap 89-cent back then Totino's pizza. I was at one of my buddies one night. We were having a little party, and his name was Bill. Bill asks our other friend Ed, he goes, "Hey Ed, I'm going upstairs and baking some frozen pizzas. Do you want me to bake you one?" And Ed said, "Sure." He goes, "How about you, Tom? You want a frozen pizza?" And I said, "Sure." You know, he went upstairs, and about 20, 30 minutes, he'd come down, handed Ed his baked pizza, and he handed me a frozen pizza. I'm looking at the pizza like, what? And he said, "I asked you specifically, Tom, do you want a frozen pizza?" You said yes. He had one baked for me, but the joke was, that was a classic.
Scott says he's having meatloaf with vegetables, potatoes, and gravy, and a side salad, and he can't wait for meatloaf sandwiches tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I'm real fond of meatloaf sandwiches. Do you eat it cold? Or do you fry them up a little crispy and then make your sandwich? Just wondering.
Kmart says he's filming 2 videos tonight. One chip 2022 and an ice cream flavored like Grey Poupon mustard.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Must be a Van Leeuwen's.
I've got my one chip challenge yet to do. Since I have some gastro issues, I've been kind of hesitant to do it. I'm not sure what it would do to me, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm probably just going to do it. After all, I did buy the darn thing.
Scott says, are you happy football season is starting soon? Not sure if you like football.
I used to be a huge football fanatic. I mean, my big thing was to make a big pot of green chili and have my buddies over, and we'd watch football, and I'd scream and yell at the TV set. Mrs. Old Guy really got mad at me one time they were playing the Raiders, the hated Raiders, and they were showing the old owner, Al Davis. And when they did, I dropped drawers and I moved the TV set. This old guy got mad at me for doing that. So yeah, I used to be a big fanatic. My buddy bought me a tear-apart referee doll. You know, you could tear off his head, his arms, his legs, Velcro back together.
No.
Just get mad at the ref. Not anymore, though. Not anymore. I don't watch. Well, we don't get regular TV where we live. We're in a mountain valley, so the only thing we get is the internet. And I guess I could watch internet TV, but I just watch, Netflix and not Netflix, but like HBO and whatever, Prime videos and lots and lots and lots and lots of YouTube.
Natalie says, what's your favorite go-to fast food restaurant? Hers is either McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Well, if they were all just lined up and I could take my pick, most of the time it would be Burger King. I do like Burger King burgers. I guess that would answer the question. Sometimes in the mood for something else, and then I would prefer other places. But overall, Burger King.
Eli says, every once in a while I find a gem at the 99-cent store. Found a bag of garlic and green onion pretzels that are good. Hard to find anything for $1 anymore.
Oh, I know. Even the dollar store isn't $1 anymore. It's $1.25 store.
Yep.
It's the $1.25 store.
Janice would choose Wendy's. Scott says that he loves Taco Bell, 2 Taco Supremes, and a Nacho Bell Grande, and a steak, or a steak quesadilla.
Nice. No, wait a minute. You're going to have to say that again.
Scott says that he loves Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that where we were going with that one. Okay. Yes, I like Taco Bell too. I kind of fell out of liking it for a while. I didn't eat Taco Bell for probably 8 years. Then we tried it again. It's like, yeah, okay. I'm okay with it. It's fast food.
Scott says that he always eats it cold. I have never tried it fried up. I'll have to try it.
Tried what fried up?
Meat one.
Oh. Yep.
Kmart says your dog is so well behaved, cute dog. Oh, Polly said back
Polly. Yep, that's our little female. Chumley is still sleeping on the floor.
Yep.
Lazy dogs today. Lazy dogs. Isn't that right, Polly? She don't have much to say. Never has. A silent type,
Ralph says, I'm not into sports, but have you heard of the All Blacks?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've heard of that or not. Eli's a Raider fan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, he says, as a Raider fan, I've seen my share of moons, LOL.
Yeah, I bet.
Scott's a Raiders fan. 49ers and Tampa fan.
Well, now I don't care. So, and besides that, they're not even the same Raiders anymore. Now that they've moved to Vegas, right? It's now the Nevada Raiders or
Something like that. I don't know.
Los Angeles, or not Los Angeles, but Las Vegas Raiders.
Janice asked Ralph if that's the New Zealand rugby team, right? And Ralph says, yep, but I heard some people overseas think it's meant to be racist.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Of the All Blacks.
Okay. Yeah, it's got yeah, I have no idea what it's all about or anything, so I
It's
have
the
no.
rugby team in New Zealand.
Okay, the All Blacks. Okay, yeah, well, it's just the name.
Wildman Les is a Browns fan, Crazy Dad is a Broncos fan, and Nate Dogg is a Seahawks fan.
Nice, nice. I bet you all have your little little things that you have for the game or like to do for the game. I mean, the green chili was a thing for me for I don't know how long this old guy, 20 years anyway.
Yep. One time.
Long time, yeah. Every Sunday or Monday, depending on when the game was.
Scott says he has to be in the mood for Taco Bell. His local taco restaurant is amazing. Homemade versus fast food. It's an easy choice.
Oh yeah, I hear you there. There's a family-owned Mexican place where we get, where the Taco Bell is, and sometimes we'll go up there. I have a real urge for their street tacos, but it's a matter of just driving across town, I guess.
Forrest Lost is here.
Forrest
Tom,
Lost?
are you a Colorado Rockies fan?
And I am not a Colorado Rocky fan. I don't really watch sports anymore at all. Well, because where we live, there's no TV, and I'm not going to pay, whatever, 100 and something a month for 265 channels, and I watch 5 of them. Nah, it ain't worth it. So yeah, no, I don't. I'm all for sports. I'm glad, and all that. But after living up here for as long as we have and not having watched any sports, my interest for it has just took a nosedive and crashed.
Natalie says that she loves football, but it's hard to root for her team. The last few years they stink. Her team is the Chicago Bears.
Well,
but she does love baseball.
Yeah, baseball was a game that I never really followed that much, only because for me, it was too many games to keep track of. What do they play in the season? Like 165 games or something ridiculous? So yeah, that was something I did play a little bit of baseball, of course, as a kid, but it never really caught my attention. I did play Little League football for a while, I think 2 seasons. That was okay.
Scott says he would make a 7-layer bean dip and his friend would make wings for a football game.
Oh yeah. 7-layer dip, wings, all that. That's good stuff for games. Well, I don't know. I might start getting some other stuff going here because I am starting to feel the need to feed.
Yep.
Make the fade. Get myself a little bit of old. Put some old in my pan.
Eli says he started in a new sport. Competitive sleeping.
Competitive sleeping? I tried it for a while, but turns out I'm only good at it for a little while at a time.
Hey, Polly, go outside. There ain't nothing over there.
Yeah, so much for being a good kid, huh?
Scott says he's a Giants fan. He went to the parade when they won the World Series in San Francisco. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, years back when the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I still stayed way clear of Denver. Didn't go anywhere near it. just because I don't like being around that big of a crowd of people anymore.
Ralph says that you guys should play a game of online chess sometime.
That would be fun, Ralph. That would be fun. I got to get myself a smaller chess set, one that I can have, put up somewhere. But yeah, that would be great. I'd play chess with you. All right.
Crazy Dad says he always likes Arby's. His favorite sandwich was the Italian, but then they took it away. Les' favorite is Burger King.
Yep, same here.
The Whopper. And Nate likes Chick-fil-A.
I love Burger King. My two favorites really are Burger King and Dairy Queen. They are the two, the king and the queen, are the two that use or have a flame broiled burger. King is flame broiled, and I think they call the Dairy Queen a brazier burger, but it's still fire roasted or whatever.
Pepperus is here.
Who?
Pepperus?
Pepperus. Well, hey, ma'am. Or ma'am or man. Welcome, Old Guys Channel. I am cooking up some street tacos tonight. Every week on Saturday, I live stream my cooked food for Mrs. Old Guy and I that you folks have requested. And tonight, street tacos, a little paprika in there. Let's get some chili powder.
Ralph says, cool, he didn't know you played, and that sounds good, though. He needs practice.
Well, I'm probably not going to be much competition, but we'll give it a go. All right, a little seasoning on there. We're starting to get close to food, Mrs. Old Guy.
Yay, I'm hungry.
Well, why would you be hungry? Wouldn't be the fact that we only ate lunch? All right, this is cooking up really good.
Probably.
Smells good.
And it's later than we normally eat, so that could be a reason too.
True that. Oh yeah. Smelling good. I like the grind that grinder gives the meat. It's a really good texture. Give this a taste and see what we need. More salt. More chili. Cayenne is about right.
Eli says Del Taco had a legit street taco a few years back, best thing they've ever had on the menu. Don't know why they took it off.
Del Taco. I always liked another thing that they took off was the Del Beefer. I always liked going in for that. The Del Beefer, just a taco burger, basically. For those of you that never had one. Okay. Let's get the onion in there now that I'm already about done cooking it. That's okay. We got a minute. I'll cook up that onion. This looks really good. Okay. Street corn here in a minute. Maybe we should do it like that way, Mrs. Ojo. You want to try the corn like first? Sure.
Scott says, do you ever use Himalaya salt? I prefer it over regular salt.
Yeah, I've used Himalayan salt. As a matter of fact, I believe I have some in the cupboard right now. Pink salt, you bet. Good stuff.
Eli says we need smell-o-vision.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, it's funny. See these bottles of pink sea salt, been in the ground for millions of years. You look on it and it says expires 8/4/25. It's a good thing I got it. After all this time, I almost missed it. Why would you do that? Freshness date on salt don't make no sense. Woo! Oh yeah. Tang tong. Oh, yeah. A tang tong. All right.
Ralph told Eli, or that thingy on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that can send food through the TV, LOL.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Scott says, oh well, I never thought of that. How can Himalayan salt expire?
It's ridiculous, right? All right, so we're gonna get some butter on it. Ooh. Mhm. Ooh, yeah. Melting butter. We're melting butter here. Huh?
Eli said, told Ralph they need it as soon as possible.
All right. This.
Yeah, this should be good for me.
It should. I'm gonna try and do it right for you, Mrs. Old Guy. Don't know that I am doing it right, but
You sure it'll be good?
I'll try. All right, so there's the cheese. There's my chili powder. Okay. Show some chili powder in there. Not go crazy, right? Some cheese. Not quite as fine of a cut. You know, not real granularly, but we'll see. A little bit of cilantro. Squeeze a lime on there. Okay. There you go, Mrs. Old Guy. And just in case, let me get you an eating device. All right, we are just about there, guys. I'm going to shred up a little more of this cheese for mine. Plenty. Yummy. That's good cheese. It's good?
That's really good.
All right. We got a thumbs up from Mrs. Old Guy. What are you doing in there? Ain't nothing in there I need. Oh, another glove. Getting into stuff I should. Been doing that since I was a youngin'. All right. stretch this glove on the right way. Okay. Woo!
Eli says his 2-hour streams are great.
Are they? Oh, awesome. It's definitely kind of a new thing for me, but I'm kind of liking it too. It definitely takes some of the pressure off doing some of these meals. Some are definitely more complicated than others. You know, like doing cheeseburgers was no problem, but want to add some homemade ravioli or anything like that, or like that Tuscan chicken. That was really good, which was also what I think my first 2-hour, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Scott says it's pretty obvious, but I know who came up with the name Old Guy from Colorado. And Ralph says that he's in the process of trying to set up an event in which any locals would be able to make music to be played on the city Carlilion or something. Hoping to get the weekly food market up there for the same day.
That sounds kind of cool.
Janice says street corn often uses mayo as one of the base condiments so that the cheese sticks.
Ah.
The seasoning is usually Cajun, which is a chili lime salt. The Portage cheese is pretty much like Parmesan.
Well, at least I got parts of it right. A little bit of rice there for you.
Good.
This little guy's good corn.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Natalie says she had a famous golfer come into work today to buy 2 pairs of shorts because the ones he was wearing had a hole in one of them.
Uh-oh. That's not good. It's time. I'm going to slide up this chair.
Good luck with that, Ralph. Hope you get people to go.
Yeah. This little guy, 2, 3, 2. All right. Two tacos. Nope. Let's get this right.
Ralph told Janice that, yep, hoping that it can go ahead as though the Carlilion is 50 years old and I could still play it wirelessly from this phone.
Okay. Get that blackberry on there. Okay. Let me show these guys real quick. A little bit of really so-so rice. And a couple of tacos with some homemade blackberry pico de gallo. Mrs. Okay.
Thank you.
You got enough room here?
Yep.
You want me to take something out of your way?
I got it.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to crowd you. What do you think, folks? Is it all right if I sit down and have some food?
Eli says the blackberry pico and turnovers really have him curious. He wants to try them so bad I will have to make them.
Yes. Yes, you must.
Scott says looks delicious.
All right.
There we go.
Get some berry on here.
Yum. That's really good.
Is it? Yay! All right, folks. As seen on TV.
Jenna says rice is often just a filler, so it's often just so-so. Ralph said the council have said that they'll cover the cost for him, so that's a good start.
And how's things going with the dog park? Making any headway with that? Mm-hmm. All right, little tissue action here. These are some kick butt tacos.
Scout says that he makes Spanish red rice when he makes enchiladas. Crazy Dad said, take a rest, Tom, and enjoy that dinner, buddy.
Oh man.
Scott's liking the longer streams. Crazy Dad's making a pork roast tomorrow with mashed potatoes.
Nice. That sounds good. I've always liked roast pork.
It's very good.
That taco went down real easy.
The rice ain't bad.
No?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Like Janice said, it's just kind of there. That's not really what she said.
Ralph says he hasn't been trying to advance the dog park idea lately, but he should get onto it. Just doing more thinking than doing.
That's all right, Ralph. It's doing the working and the thinking that'll really wear a fella out. So, all right. Whiff down a taco. Let's get a bite of this corn. It's had a chance to melt that cheese a little bit. Wow. It's definitely a new taste for me. I like it. I like it. I'm going to do it again. Get down on one of these tacos.
Eli wants to know, do you call in chili like water?
Like
Water?
water? Well, yeah.
You like going in water?
Oh, I see what you mean. No. Well, yeah. Every time we've taken them out near water, like the river or whatever, they don't even really want to get their feet wet. Our other dog, our other Chumley, before he died, he liked to go into the water, but he would only go in so deep. He'd get up to where it just touched his chest, and then he'd stop. He wouldn't go in any deeper than that. So he had a kind of a traumatic incident. When he was real little, I was walking him. There was this little irrigation canal, and I didn't know that they couldn't swim, or a lot of them can't. And he went into the water and he just sank. Scared the crap out of me. Luckily, he was in a harness and not in a collar, because the collar could have just slipped off and he could have drowned. So that was pretty scary.
Lisa said some sour cream would be good on that taco.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yep, sour cream.
Natalie says that she really enjoys these streams because it gives her more ideas for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Scott wants to know how did Polly get her name. He told us how Truman got his name.
Well, are you familiar with the cartoon Underdog? Underdog had his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was Sweet Polly Purebred. No, our Polly is definitely purebred. So that's kind of where I'm from, Underdog. You know, Sweet Polly Purebred. That's where it came from. I know, silly as it sounds.
Opera says favorite thing to get at a Mexican restaurant.
Me? Well, I guess it depends on the Mexican restaurant, but if they're good, I really like enchiladas. But some don't have a very good sauce. There's something, I don't know, something I don't like about it, but most of them are pretty good. I think the ones that I like the most are the ones that actually take the time to make their sauce rather than just buying it in a can. I think that's probably the difference. I'm going to have another one. I know I got to eat dessert, but man, these tacos.
Eli says, have you ever thought about making a Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce?
No, I haven't. Like doesn't mean I can't. That's just, yeah, that's not something that that occurred to me. I bet it would be good. Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce? Oh yeah.
Scott says, oh yes, I know Underdog. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Deborah says green sauce is better than red.
I like green sauce. It just depends on depends on a few things. What it's on, what its main components are. Some green sauces, most of them, at least that I've seen, are tomatillo sauces, which is fine with me. I like tomatillo sauce. But others use other things, and I don't know if they're different chilies or what. I'm not real fond of them. These tacos are going down pretty good, Mrs. Old Guy.
Yeah, they are real good. Scott said that he had a golden retriever when he was a kid, and he named him Sparky because when they got him, he kept jumping out of the box and looked like a spark jumping out of the fire.
Right on. Dogs are cool critters. For those of you that did not hear how I got Chumley's name, several people have thought it was from Pawn Stars. But he got his nickname from the same place that Chumley got his, my Chumley, and that is the Tennessee Tuxedo cartoon show. Tennessee Tuxedo was a penguin, and he had a sidekick that named Chumley that was a walrus, kind of a the G kind of guy. So that's my Chumley.
Scott said his dog is about 110 pounds and was always scared of the water until he got him a life jacket that he loved the water.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Not a lot of lakes around us that I'd take them to.
Ralph says, do you like baked beans from a can?
Do I like baked beans from a can? Ralph asked that?
Yep.
That's kind of a yes and no answer. Some I like real well, others not so much. I guess it just depends on who makes it, I guess. I don't know. There's a world of difference on flavors when it comes to baked beans. I mean, a world of difference. So it's really hard to.
Jen said that she had them a lot when she was a kid. And Eli said, my dog that passed was named Duke after the Bush's Beans dog. Oh.
Nice. Nice. Duke.
These are big tacos.
You like that?
They're big.
Are they?
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to eat no more.
They're tiny little street tacos.
They're filling.
So you're good on two, are you? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Gotta have room for dessert.
You're good on corn, are you?
I am.
Do you need a beverage?
I don't.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Got to make sure this old guy's doing okay over there. I'm gonna eat a little more of my corn, and I'm gonna break into them blueberry jalapeno turnovers.
Scott says, have you ever had brown bread from a can? It's molasses bread. It's amazing, toasted with some butter.
I've seen it, but I've never had it.
Jen says, time for dessert.
Almost. Almost. I'm gonna finish my last little bit of corn here. The corn is so good. A local sweet corn.
Ralph told Janice that I quite like a simple meal, so sometimes he'll open a can of baked beans and cook a slice of bread.
It's pretty simple.
Pepper says, low-fee molasses. Janice asked Ralph what kind of baked beans they have there. What brand of bean? Natalie wants to know what's on the menu for next week.
What did the magic thing say? Oh, quiche. Quiche. What type of quiche? I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. My initial one is just to lean towards a ham and cheese quiche. But we'll see. That's one thing I like about quiches is you can go all over the place with their flavor. That's a good thing. This little guy, are you full? Are you ready for dessert?
Yeah, we can do dessert.
Yeah.
Eli says, what are your thoughts on Cincinnati chili on spaghetti?
Spaghetti. Oh, chili. Well, I don't know about Cincinnati chili. I don't know that I've had it, but I have had chili on pasta, like chili mac and whatnot. It's okay. Pasta, just it lends itself to whatever flavor you put with it. It's so bland. That's why. Asian people have noodles. Italian people have noodles. In fact, I do believe if it wasn't for the Chinese, there probably wouldn't even be noodles.
Thank you very much.
You bet. All right. Let me get this out of here.
Ralph said, hang on, let me see where I left off.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
Hang on, I'm looking at where I left off.
Uh-oh.
Pepper's Lumpy Bread is awesome from Colt Moon.
This little guy. I didn't hear anything you just said.
Scott said Lofi is awesome from Colt Moon.
Okay.
Pepper says that he likes his style, Eli's style. Ralph says their main brand would be Pam's, which is growth, or Waddy's, which is normally what they normally get. He goes, I also like the pull top, so I don't need a can of them.
Well, I doubt seriously if there's any of those brands here. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't be had. Making a little bit of frosting to go on top of that. Delicious.
Scott's
Those
never
turn-
had chili on spaghetti, didn't even know it was a thing.
We didn't know what was the thing?
Scott has never heard of chili on spaghetti.
Oh, yep.
Neither is Pepper's, it sounds like. Crazy Dad said that his cousin Carrie would eat beans 6 days a week, and then on the 7th day he would walk down to Regina's and order a pizza with a beer. That's all he ever seen him when he was a kid, with beans and pizza.
Well, I sure ate my share of pizza, that's for sure. All right. What did I just do with it?
Natalie says her manager's fiance is a farmer, so she brings in bags of sweet corn for free for the department.
Nice. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Janice says one of the first times that she had chili spaghetti was at a restaurant called Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah, Bob's.
Peppers likes cream corn. Scott says, can you make homemade hot dogs?
There's the turnover. Yum yum. It's funny you should mention that. I have not ever made my own homemade hot dogs, but I have talked to Mrs. Old Guy about doing just that. And she basically told me that if I wanted to do that, that's just fine. But I probably shouldn't expect her to eat any. And I told her that my hot dogs will probably be a little more like what she would think of as a sausage than the mushy meat that they have for hot dogs now. So, I don't know. I don't know. Let's tear into this.
Eli says, is bologna just a hot dog pancake?
Yes.
Yes, it's bologna, just hot dog pancakes.
I don't know if I can.
And Tracy Dad likes chili.
I don't know if I can see it. If you guys can see these layers or not. I'll try to get up on that. I need to get better lighting.
Yeah, it's hard to see it.
Yeah. There's about 1,000 of them. Mm. That is unbelievable. Mm. I never would have thought it would be that good. Man, that is just amazing.
Touch of heat, but not too hot.
Mm-hmm. It's got that little touch of jalapeno flavor. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Well, folks, it has been, we're coming up to the top of the hour. And I managed to get through these 2 hours without killing myself. That's a good thing. Dinner turned out really well, and we've got some excellent leftovers for tomorrow. Yum. Lunch time is going to be good. I appreciate everybody, coming down and spending their Saturday night. As always, I like to give people a minute to, come up with any last questions or comments or food suggestions. Now's a good time if you've got anything more you want to add or say. So I'm gonna just kind of let you guys
catch up here real quick.
Okay.
Scott says he loves apple turnovers with a little whole milk on top.
Mm-hmm.
Ralph says, do you have any vegetarian or vegan food places over here?
There are a few. There's one down in town. Absolutely, there is.
Janice told Scott that the usual toppings are shredded cheese and onions. Or something. Oh, probably chili.
Mm-hmm.
Eli says, have a good weekend.
Well, thank you. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, everybody, for supporting my channel, coming and watching me on Saturday nights. I really appreciate it. As I've said before, and I'm going to continue to say, this is the highlight of my week. Mrs. Oldguy and I look forward to this, especially when it's things that we haven't ever tried, or maybe it's been a long time since we've had. I try to interpret these meals the best I can. Sometimes I tweak them to suit our tastes a little more than maybe some other things, but we absolutely love doing it. I'm going to ask you to go out and help in your community. Give back somewhere, right? Spend an hour at a clothing bank, help them sort some clothes. Spend a couple of hours, helping a neighbor clean their gutters, or just do something out to help somebody, okay? I'm going to get out of here unless there's something more, Mrs. Oldguy.
Scott says he really enjoys the longer streams. Hope you have a great night. It was fun as always. Hope you and Mrs. Oldguy have a great night, and everyone in the chat. Ralph says perfect timing for Chumley. Okay, folks, it's a whoop, whoop, whoop. Crazy Dad says he accidentally put taco seasoning in his sloppy joes, but everyone loved them. And Lisa says, bye, see you next week.
Bye, folks. I do appreciate it. I'll see you next week. Y'all take care. Bye now.